Here in the ESPN FC studios, Adrian Healy in the company of Paul Mariner, looking ahead to the LA derby. Yes, that's right, LAFC and the LA Galaxy meeting in the MLS postseason. Paul, the common wisdom is the postseason is a completely new season. Has nothing to do with what we saw in the regular season. Well, does that apply in this case when it's a derby?
Look, LAFC have found it difficult to get by the Galaxy for various reasons. What you've got to factor in also is that the refereeing is different. You know, we've witnessed that already. That players get away with certain challenges that they wouldn't get away with. Now, when you go to the lineups, when you look at the quality of players that are on view here, I immediately look at the forward line of LAFC. You know, obviously, Vela is key to everything that they do. Diamande, the centre forward, will be back for this game. I think he's a massive threat up front. But it's also the supporting cast that LAFC have got. It's not just Vela. It's the supporting cast that's around him. And I think defensively, they're a little stronger than LAFC, than the Galaxy, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at the way that the Galaxy were defending against Minnesota previously, they will concede goals. There's no two ways about that. Minnesota didn't have the finishing boots on, but LAFC most certainly will. And I think this is going to be a fantastic game. But I see LAFC coming through.
LAFC obviously were record breakers this year in the regular season, but they haven't been stress tested yet. They failed their one test last year at this stage at the early on in the playoffs. So that's the only major question: is that can they get it done when the chips are really down?
Well, that's a great question, because the one thing that you've got to have the ability, you've got to have the talent, but you've also got to have the character, because you know it's different atmosphere. The playoffs, the you know, two local sides going head to head, going for the biggest prize in Major League Soccer. So, have LAFC got the characters? We're going to find out. We know that Zlatan will be pressing every single button that he possibly can to try and get an edge for the Galaxy. But I still go back to, if you look at the overall squad, I just think that Bob Bradley has got enough to get over the line. And this is going to be a difficult game. I don't think there's going to be tons of goals in it, but I think it's going to be a difficult game. And as you say, character is key.
We've been reading a lot about how all the pressure is on LAFC, but is there not a lot of pressure on the Galaxy too? Because this could be it for the man behind us, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, could be it. If they lose, he could be done, they could be...
Exactly. And look, that's why character is going to be all important in this game. You can come out, you stick your chest out, but when that whistle goes, you have got to perform.
Yeah.
And we know that Zlatan will perform because he's Zlatan.
Yeah.
You know, you see Rooney the other night going out, 5 against Toronto. That was terrible for him. I'm sure that Zlatan doesn't want to. Well, he's probably not thinking about getting knocked out, but he most certainly wants to lose against the LAFC.
One final thing, Paul, an X factor, an intangible. Does it matter that LAFC haven't played a game for 2.5 weeks since the end of the regular season? The Galaxy coming off a victory in Minnesota.
Having been in that situation in the playoffs in Major League Soccer, it is a little bit of a concern. But I'm going to go back to one of my original thoughts. It's what is in the dressing room. If you've got the right characters that get around each other, they've got the right character in Bob Bradley and getting them, physically ready. But the players have got to get around each other, because if they come out the gate fast, this game could be over pretty quickly. But again, character is going to be everything.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.